Hi guys, welcome to Kashyap Astro. Today I'm gonna talk about careers in science. What do you have to do after PUC? What do you have to do after your undergraduate program? Entire broad spectrum after a science program. Like if you do your PUC after science, and if you do your undergraduate program after science, what are the things you can do? And there are very interesting things that you can do that I'm gonna explain in this video. So please do watch it till the end so that you'll get an entire idea what kind of combinations has is gonna work for you. So first I'm gonna start with a normal degree program like undergraduate program BSc. So BSc has different combinations in sciences, like there is physical sciences, life sciences, and there is an interesting combinations that has come up recently with respect to psychology, journalism, and computer science. So those are the upcoming fields right now. So job oriented fields, and the baseline degrees always get you jobs, especially government jobs and other forms of jobs like physics, chemistry, mathematics, and there is one more combination: chemistry, botany, and zoology. With NEP, things might change, but currently, what can be done, I'm gonna just go through it. With respect to physics, there are a lot of job opportunities. You can do your bachelor's and major them with basic degrees, not just physics, but I'm giving you physics as an example. So, if you take physics for an example, and if you finish your PUC with respect to one of the combinations, and you come to do degree in physics, and you finish your undergraduate program, what are the options? So the main options would be, like, if you are interested in what kind of specialization, there is astrophysics, there is medical physics, there is material science of engineering specialization, there is nanotechnology, there is applied electronics. So you can get into a lot of things, and also you can get into astrobiology if you're interested. So it's a very interesting area by itself. So these masters can be done, and you can do your PhD, and you can do your research. And once you finish your PhD, you can there is only 2% in the world who end up doing PhD after their master's degree. So it's very difficult. It's For example, if you look at the education stats, just a rough approximation, like 30% of the world people do undergraduate. In that, if you make that 30% as a 100% stretch, and in that 15% are going to do masters, and that 15%, if you stretch it for 100%, then only 2% do go ahead and do their PhDs. So PhDs are very rare, and it takes a lot of time and toil. You can go ahead and do it. It's very enjoyable. Right now I'm doing it. So that is one of the way to do it, and you can end up in two areas. One in pure research, another one is being a professor, where you can do both research and teaching. Both research and teaching goes hand in hand if you become an assistant professor, and especially UGC professors. So UGC professors get very well paid, very well paid. The scale goes up to 2.78 lakh per month. So it's quite interesting place. It can be in any specialization. It need not be just in physics. Any specially approved government aided top subject can be taken up, and you can go ahead and make a comfortable living out of it. But sideways, your research points and teaching points both carry. There are some indexes where they use it to evaluate to how good you are with respect to your publications, how good those publications are with impact factors, and whether they are Scopus indexed or Web of Science indexed. So they are all a good way of analyzing whether to give you a kind of increment that is needed. So that is one of the places where people don't see much potential, but there is very comfortable and a very nice place to work, and it's a very potential place, to be honest. So that is one of the places where you can earn well and also lead a comfortable life. Then comes your research field. You can become a you can become a scientist, you can become a reader, then you end up as a senior professor in an Indian Institute of Science or IIA, Indian Institute of Astrophysics, or Raman Research Institute. What are the other options you can jump into? You can always jump into, after physics degree you can always jump into IT field. So they usually ask for a bachelor's degree in physics, computer science, or any other mathematics. So any of those degrees are good enough. If you need not just say be bachelor's degree in engineering. I especially in Bangalore, I see it very funny, because if you go to Google or any other places, they say bachelor's in computer science or equivalent. That means usually they even take, I know many of my friends who have done physics and mathematics are doing the same job as a BE engineer and getting a same scale. But I don't know, people pay so much money to get a engineering seat in just computer science. I don't think that much that much money need to be paid to just enter into a 4-year program, that too. And you can do these things in a 3-year program. There is physics, maths, computer science combination in many colleges and universities, so you can just do computer science degree there, and you can do the same job and earn the same salary and get into a same position. So it is quite funny to see why there is so much debate about these things, because you people will be learning almost the same syllabus. Whatever extra things you need to learn, you can always do a 6-month program, and you can sharpen up your IT skills. Learning a new program is always fun, so you can do it either way. And also with these things, I have seen if you do your PhDs also, you can get into data scientist positions to a very high scale directly. I have seen one of my professors who did their PhD, and she did teaching for some time, and she wanted some different challenges, so she went to data science, because in astrophysics basically you do a lot of coding. So coding comes to you naturally there, because all your research requires coding, moving a telescope and everything, and you're reducing the data, and all those things require coding skills. So you will be learning those by default. So that's why she got into a very good data scientist position, and she's getting paid very well. So those are very well paid places. So, and also people like doing job hopping, so you can hop from one place to another place. So that's those are the things you can do with an undergraduate program after your with a physics or basic degrees. Coming to the new programs like physics journalism and computer science, psychology journalism and computer science. So psychologists are I know usually psychology is a arts program, but there is an introduction of psychology in sciences in different colleges. You can go and check out the web. And psychology, already psychologists are very much in demand right now because many people stayed at home and they need some mental health related solutions. So the psychologists will be paid very well. And journalism, I need not even talk about it, the way the country looks into news. And computer science and journalism, you need not just go to a TV channel and do a journalism program. You can do it in colleges also. So it has same there are vocational programs where you can learn. There is people only talk about BSc, BCom, BA, BE, and MBBS. Nobody talks about the new program called BVOC, Bachelor's in Vocation and Vocational Communication. So that is one of the upcoming, especially the electronic media, YouTube and other places where you have job opportunities. You can become a YouTuber and stuff like that. So there are a lot of job related things in those areas, and there are very interesting fields. So this is one set. And coming back to, if you just finish your bachelor's degree, say in any baseline degrees, so especially I'm gonna just go with physics because my specialization is astrophysics, so I'm gonna just take that as an example. So if you do say MSc in medical physics, that is one of the hot topics, because there is if you just go on Google for medical physics jobs with a MSc or a PhD, you will see a lot, and they are paid very well. You will work in oncology department for cancer related issues, because you will be trying to give nuclear radiational dosage, so you need to have a strong nuclear physics background. and doing a PhD will be nice, and not many universities give you this specialization. I think if I am correct, Baba Atomic Research Center is one of the places which gives this in government, and there are some universities in other places in Karnataka. I think Mangaluru University gives this opportunity to do masters in medical physics. Uh, those are hot topics, and you can also get into many Navy programs, merchant Navy especially. They are very well paid, but you have to stay away from your family 6 months at sea and 6 months at home. They are very well paid, but some people say the job culture is not satisfactory. Work culture, some people believe in work culture rather than just money. So some people, even though they are paid very well, they don't like to be there. And so those are the baselines degrees. And coming to life sciences, CBs, this biotechnology is the need of the hour right now, because there is a lot of job opportunities right now for coronavirus COVID-19 problems. So you are in need. So people who are taken up biotech, I think you can just work for some time, and then, because this is a hot hour where you can work, so you can work now and then go back to your master's program or PhD, or you can do it both side by side if you're good enough. So that's about biotech. And yeah, there is a lot of rush for a lot of subjects right now, and that's why I'm saying just don't go for a 4 year length engineering degree. And for NEP will make things very simple, because 4 year you will get a master's program. So I don't know whether it will be implemented to engineering. Many discussions are going on related to that. So let's see what happens, but presently what we have, so I would like to discuss what we have right now. And yeah, medical, already medical field, MBBS, MD pays you very well, but many clinics, I see, depends on your specialization right now, because many people in previous generations, the entire body was taken care by one of the MBBS doctor, but now you need a MD and you are specialized in eye or nose or any part of the body. So and it is very funny when one person says, I don't see this, I don't see that, but the MBBS doctor used to see everything. So never mind, that's how the trend right now is. And nursing is one of the nice, you can do BSc in nursing. And those are the present situation for COVID-19, nurses are really needed. So that is one of the hot places where you can get jobs. And as I kept on telling you, data scientist position is one of the key in the future. So I see that getting implemented to many places. Don't just stick to very basic jobs right now, like just getting into a IT field or something like that. So just think about much higher, like getting into a data science field, because that gives you much more stronger hold on things. And also people fall into many other traps. And I always think MBA degree after engineering is a funny thing. That is a thing I have seen, trend I have seen with many people, and it is not a healthy growth. If you are doing MBA, then why did you waste your time in engineering? So people who do engineering and then do MBA, according to me, they have not done well in engineering. So just to, because just like I can't see them do because if they have a science degree and they just wanted to get into marketing, I think they could have done it directly. I don't think MBA was necessary, and paying so much money for MBA was necessary. So be careful in doing such choices after engineering. And yeah, for teaching position, you need to clear NET exam for higher degree, national eligibility test. And if you want to get into a school programs, now I want to talk about those small careers also, like I won't say small career, the noble careers, sorry. So noble careers, that's the correct word. So the noble careers for teachers, school teachers, and would be very systematic now. So B.Ed degree is very much necessary, and TET exam is one of the key ways to get into, especially Kendriya Vidyalaya. They are very well paid jobs. If you become a government teacher, nothing like it. It's very safe, and you always get students, and also you get paid very well. So those are the jobs trend which I think were interesting with respect to science. You can get into agricultural field and do wonders. I have seen many people do be biotech and agricultural sciences masters, and they do wonders with organic farming, vertical farming, and hydroponics, aquaponics. So those are, you have to feed the world, so people population keeps growing, you have to feed many people. So that is one of the booming areas where you can get jobs. That is actually you will be the boss of yourself. So if you get a land and you can take care of it, and you can make profit out of it. So that's how things are right now. So if you have any other interesting, you can just comment it below. If you want me to make more this kind of videos, subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and also comment it. It will be helpful for me to make such kind of videos. I hope this was helpful. See you in the next video. Thank you.